What's up, you? For today's video, we're in full Smoochum evolution team. I'm going to give you a smooch. Ready? Mwah. There you go. Now, we got Smoochum and Jynx, and we have the abilities Hydration, Dry Skin, Oblivious, and Forewarn. So a couple of really cool abilities there. I'll be using 2 Smoochum and 2 Jynx on this team so I can have a team of 4. Now, Jynx has a lot of special attack and speed, which is nice. And Smoochum's speed and special attack is reasonable as well. I've got 3 battles today with this team, and I hope you enjoy. First battle, this one is against Thomas, and we got a 4v4 battle. Now, thank you to everyone that did come out to my stream today. If I did stream, hopefully I did, but I'm sure that I did. Really appreciate it. Now, is your favorite Pokemon Smoochum or Jynx? Let me know in the comment section of the video. Do we have any, people that really appreciate this Pokemon? Love them. I'd love to know. So my first Pokemon is going to be Smoochum. We got a Protect, Counter, Frostbite, and Psyshock set. And we got a Frostmoth lead, which I was very, very scared of. Now, with the Forewarn ability, I could see that this actually had Bug Buzz. I'm like, okay, well, there's no point using Counter, is there? Now, the Frostmoth's going to go for a Hail and set that up. So, okay, that's fine, I guess. Now, my EV spread, I know you're really curious, is max speed, max special attack. I've got Timid Nature on here. So I've got Frostbite and Psyshock just for some, some sort of damage, unless I can't use Counter in this case. And I've got the Counter there, and I've got actually, I don't have Timid Nature, I've got Hasty Nature. So I want to make sure my defense is absolute trash. So swapping into Smoochum number 2, and Frostmoth is going to set up Aurora Veil. I'm like, oh no, this is really bad. So I've got a pretty cool set here. This is a Rest, Rain Dance, Calm Mind, and Stored Power set. Now, Smoochum actually gets Hydration, which is pretty cool. So, with Hydration, I aim to make a bulky sort of set. So, Frostmoth swaps out there, which is really interesting. And I got the Smoochum with the Calm Mind. So, I wouldn't have minded versing that Frostmoth, but I've got the Calm Mind, so I'm going to see if I can get as many boosts as possible here. This is a bulky Smoochum, by the way. It is Max Health and Max Defense with Everlight, and I also got on their Bold Nature, so it's a very, very bulky set. So I'm going to be setting up as many Calm Minds as I can, and then going for a Stored Power, because that's the best move I can get out of this Smoochum set. Now, I have done a Smoochum sweep before, if you really like Smoochum, and as a matter of fact, I've done a Jynx sweep as well, so I've done both of them, but maybe I'll redo Jynx sweep in the future, because that was a really old video. Matter of fact, if you want to see a cool Jynx sweep, check out my old Jynx sweep. If you drop a comment on there, I'll give you a thumbs up and a little love heart there. And maybe a comment if I can get to it as well. All right, we'll see how many people actually go and do that. So I've got a Calm Mind Smoochum here. And I'm going to be getting these boosts up. So after about 3 boosts, Smoochum's got a fair bit of base power. Obviously, every boost you get is extra 20 base power on top of the stored power. So it gets very, very powerful very, very quick. Now, Gastron's got a lot of special defense and a lot of bulk to it. So I'm going to need a big amount of boost here to actually even take it out. Unfortunately, I'm burned here. So I thought, okay, it's about time I actually set the rain up here so I could get the hydration going. The funny thing is the burn's going to be healed by the hydration. I've got rest on this one too, but I can just use that maybe later on. So the Gastron's going to be a mix set with Earthquake. Now, Earthquake does a little bit more, I guess. It's fine, though, because I can easily go for rest here and basically stall out that Aura Veil, and now I can go for a stored power. So Smoochum is going to be put to sleep here, and the rain is going to wake it up there. I guess it's sort of like when you're sleeping in real life, right? You have a nice little sleep, and then someone just carries you, just throws you outside under the pouring rain, and then you wake up. That's what hydration ability is in real life. So go for stored power here on the Gastron, and Gastron is going to get dropped in one shot, so that's excellent. I got a critical hit there. Didn't matter. It definitely could have, because Gastron does have a fair bit of bulk, but this Smoochum is pretty, he's hitting pretty hard. So next Pokemon's going to be a Frostmoth here. It's going to come back in. I was like, okay, I know that it's got Bug Buzz already. Let's go for stored power. Let's see if it's got a bit of bulk to it, and of course this ability does, and it's going to go for Bug Buzz. So I'm like, okay, I'm ready for this. I've got lots of Calm Minds, right? I've got lots of Calm Minds. It crits me. So after all that, sets up the Veil, swaps out, come back and crits me in with all the Calm Mind boosts. Like, you wouldn't read about it. Next Pokemon is going to be Jynx. Now, this is a physical Jynx. Let me check this out. So we got a Triple Axle, Drain Punch, Zen Headbutt, and Lovely Kiss. I had to give it Lovely Kiss. It's sort of like I guess it's sort of like signature of the Jynx line, and I've got the item as Wide Lens. Ability is going to be Oblivious, and I've got max attack and max speed, Jolly Nature. I wanted to give it Adamant Nature, but I really couldn't. I need that extra speed boost. Now, if you're wondering with Jynx's dress, how it's got those pointy parts out sticking out there, apparently that's part of the dress. It's not like Jynx's like body underneath. So it's just like, I guess the dress sort of like sort of flares out. I think that's how you'd say. So yeah. Anyway, the Frost Moth is going to remain asleep, and I'm going to give it a good punch there, and that is the end of our Frost Moth problem. But there's still more, like 2 more Pokemon left. And one of them I'm actually very, very scared of. And here it is here. Now, if you can see some sort of theme team as well from my opponent, as always, let me know in the comment section of the video. Liepard's going to go for a U-turn here, and I get just disintegrated. I'm like, wow, I thought I'd lived that, but very badly. But nope, that's not going to be the case. So that could be Choice Banded as well. My last Pokemon I've got left here, apart from the other Smoochum, is Jynx number 2. So in comes Togekiss. And the other Jynx is definitely a more competitive set. I really had to run it on this team. So this is a Nasty Plot Jynx. I've got Nasty Plot, Blizzard, Expanding Force, and Mud Slap. The reason I put Mud Slap on there was for, fire types incoming there. The ability on this is going to be Dry Skin as well. The item on this Jynx is Terrain Extender. So when I do set up that Psychic Terrain, after Dynamax does finish, if Jynx is still around, that sort of thing, I can go for a boosted Expanding Force, especially with that Terrain Extender. It's going to last for ages, and it's pretty good in Dynamax because Jynx can set the Hail up too, so you can go for like, this is all saying if you survive the Dynamax, you can go for 100% Blizzards in the Hail and Expanding Forces boosted up, which is very, very nice. So Togekiss is going to get dropped there by a Max Hail Sword. I don't know if it mattered. It might have. If it was really, really bulky, maybe. But it still would have done like an enormous amount of damage. So that's the end of the Togekiss. All that's left now is the Liepard from before. And I've got Smoochum left. So I'm thinking, okay, I've got a plan here. Now, will Jynx be able to take this out in one shot? I believe it's going to get very close. The fact is, it might be able to outspeed me here too, because Liepard is pretty fast too, and Jynx is reasonably. I wouldn't say Jynx is like blisteringly fast, but it still is pretty dang fast. And obviously, any dark. I know this has a dark type move. It's got a bug move. It's got like excellent coverage against his team. So Dynamax Liepard is probably definitely going to one-shot Jynx in Dynamax. Even with Dynamax, Jynx's defense is like virtually trash. So I went for the Max Guard there, and it's going to go for Max Darkness, of course. At least that's going to stall out one turn of Liepard's Dynamax, and it's going to do a little bit of damage for Hail too. So I thought if I can't get any damage against it, I may as well just go for like Max Guard, then an attacking move. So Liepard is going to outspeed me with the Max Darkness. Like, okay, let's see if Jynx can live this. And it's not going to be living this. If it was a special attacking move, I'd say Jynx would have lived that, but Jynx's defense is like absolute trash. So goodbye, Jynx. I've got one more Pokemon left, and it's the Smoochum that I saved from earlier on. Now, if you remember, this is the Protect and Counter set. So it has one more turn of Dynamax, which sucks. I can forewarn to its Play Rough. Okay, that's the other move that's got. I like forewarn. It's a pretty cool ability. It does tell you what the moves are beforehand, but apart from that, it's not like, it's more of a, I think it's a little bit more of a gimmick, right? Normally, you've got a better ability to choose, but maybe one day, I actually don't think I've done a forewarn ability team. I got to think about that. I'm going to think about this entire video if I've actually done that team. So anyway, go for the counter, and it lived. Oh, man, I was so unlucky. The bad thing here was I was versing a Dynamax Pokemon, which already had like a massive buff and health, and Smoochum's health, well, it really wasn't too good. So it definitely worked against me. So I went for Protect there. I was like, I don't think I've got many turns left. The Hail left. I was going to actually double Protect to try and make it fade to the Hail, but the Hail actually stopped on this turn, and that is going to be my only chance to take Liepard out. Is going to finish me off the U-turn, and that's the end of the battle, people. But that was very, very close. If only I guess in that stage it would have been better to put investment in Smoochum's health, but in most cases you don't want to have too much health investment. You want the opponent to just have less health and not in a Dynamax situation. But I did my best job there. I almost took it out, but a really cool battle. Next battle, this one is against Akana. I think that's how to say it. And we got a Heavy Ball Onyx League. No, I haven't done a forewarn ability team. That'd be interesting. I have to think what Pokemon would get that, other, of course, in this line here. Might actually do that before Sword and Shield ends. We'll see. Anyway, so we got a Onyx lead here, which is very unexpected. I can go for Frost Breath here, and I was thinking this should do really good damage because Onyx's defense, special defense is trash, and Onyx just gets annihilated in one shot there. Obviously, Frost Breath is always going to crit. So I thought it might be Sturdy or even Sash, mate. I don't know if it was Everlight. If it was Everlight, it would have lived that. Next Pokemon is going to be Frillish, and it is a shiny Frillish as well. So go protect, seeing what move it's going to be using, and it's going to go for Will-O-Wisp. It's like, why would it go for Will-O-Wisp against a Smoochum for? They know that I've got special attacks, unless it has the move Hex. That's what I was thinking straight away there. So here comes Will-O-Wisp, and I know that it probably has Hex, or it doesn't have any, like really damaging move. Maybe it's got something like Scald, you know, like that, or Nightshade. Like, I tend to run those sort of moves on my Frillish as well. So anyway, we're going to go for a Psyshock here, and good damage. That was pretty good. And it's going to get Cursed Body on Psyshock. Like, oh, that's good enough there. At least I got some damage. Here comes the Hex on the Smoochum, and Smoochum is definitely not going to be leaving that because Hex is now double base power. So pretty solid performance there by Smoochum. Almost took 2 Pokemon out. Now we're going to slide into Jynx here. This Jynx is the physical Jynx. Now, if this is an Everlight Frillish, which I'm 1000% sure it is going to be, I was like, well, I don't think Zen Headbutt's actually going to feint it because Zen Headbutt is... I mean, coming off Jynx's bad attack, it probably is not. So it'd be better to go for Lovely Kiss. Like, you ask, like, answer this question right. How do you kiss a ghost, right? Your lips should just, like, slip right through. Anyway, I'm not going to argue. The Frillish is asleep and it's having some dreams about, I don't know what the bad dreams will be. They might be good or bad dreams. What would Frillish be dreaming about? Anyway, I can go for another Zen Headbutt here since Frillish is going to take a nap for another turn. And that is the end of Frillish, which is excellent. So you have physical Jynx coming through there. I like to run I think you get like Power Up Punch on Jynx too. I think that was an old set that I used to run. And you could even go Dynamax as well, or Drain Punch. So in comes Vullaby. I've got Triple Axle, and it was a crit, which is kind of nice there. And this is actually really good that it's got weak armor, because every single time I land Triple Axle on it, it's going to get like another drop. So there's the second one. Like, please don't get Double Axle. I need the full hit of Triple Axle. So now Vullaby is going to be definitely faster than my entire team, and it's going to be eating a Citrus Berry too. But Jynx actually still has one more attack here to go on the Triple Axle, and since it was like -2 in defense, Vullaby is going to faint there. So that was very fortunate. I know that a Dark-type move is going to be coming my way. Last Pokemon on the opponent's team here, I believe that, yeah, there's a 4v4, is a Scorbunny. So I was like, okay, Scorbunny, I wonder what this is going to be. It's going to be Dynamax Scorbunny. I'm just going to go for Zen Headbutt here. I know that it won't take Scorbunny out. It does pretty good damage, though. Scorbunny is going to be eating a Citrus Berry, and I know a Fire-type move is coming, whether it's physical or special, it doesn't really matter. Here comes Blaze Kick, and it kicks Jynx, and Jynx is going to get one shot, so bye-bye Jynx. I was like, okay, I have to beat a Scorbunny in a children's game of Pokemon. I know what to do, right? Now, I've actually got my second Smoochum, which is the, it's not the counter one, unfortunately, but it is the Rain Dance one. So I thought, if I go for Rain Dance here, I could set that Rain up, and then Blaze Kick wouldn't be as powerful. And I've got Max Health, Max Defense, so I should be able to live it, right? Right? I got critted again. Man, this Smoochum was just crit bait. So that's the end of the Smoochum, the bulky one. You got critted in the first battle and critted in the second one. Last Pokemon here is Jynx. I'm not getting beaten by a Scorbunny because people are going to, like, just roast me for eternity. So I've got Dynamax Mudslap. Like, normal Mudslap won't faint it, and it might be Dynamax Scorbunny as well. So I'm going to hit the Desperation Dynamax button and hope for the best. So Mudslap won't be as bad in Dynamax either, because that would be Max Quake, you know, which is good. And I really do need it, because this Jynx is dry skin as well, so it's going to get absolutely dominated by any fire-type moves. The good thing when you use this team is, like, when you verse water-type Pokemon, they really didn't know what ability that I was running as well, because obviously I like to run all the different abilities, so I had like a combination of Dry Skin and Oblivious and stuff like that. So here we go, we got Dynamax Scorbunny versus Dynamax Jynx. Now, if I get hit by a fire move, it is all over Red Rover, so I need to make sure I can take our Scorbunny out here. So I'm confident this should be able to take Scorbunny out, unless it's got like a troll item. So go for the Max Quake here on the Scorbunny. Scorbunny is going to fake. Thank goodness. That is the end of Scorbunny. I would have been roasted forever if I lost to a citrus berry place kicking score buddy. Alright, so that's the end of that battle. I hope you enjoyed it, people. We've got one more battle for today's Smoochum Evolution team. Thank you for the battle as well, Khan. A pretty cool team. And this battle is against Leeton, and this time we have a 4 versus 6 Pokemon battle, which is going to be pretty sick. So today we're on the stadium field. What is that? No. How am I going to say this? So you're going to have to help me out here with the nicknames, people. Like, is this the team? Let me know. So, okay, we're going to try and pronounce this one. Here we go. Here it goes. We're just going to wait for the name to go. Bigashi? Bigashi. That has to be it, right? So, Miltank's going to go for a Thunder Wave here on my physical, the physical Jynx. Now, I know Miltank pretty well here, so I'm going to go for a lovely kiss, and I'm going to try and go for... I was thinking maybe I should go for Max Knuckle and, boost my attack up. But then I was thinking, nah, that's probably not a good idea, because knowing my luck, if I Dynamax, I'll get paralyzed, and that's what would have happened if I Dynamax at 10. So Miltank's going to wake up and go for a Stomp. Stomp does really huge damage, and it fleeches my Jynx. So look at that. That's an awful start to the battle there. Jynx got paralyzed, and it got stomped. So... wow, well, I couldn't have even done nothing there. So now I'm going to go into Smoochum. This is the counter set. So, okay, I can forewarn that Stomp, which I already know is there anyway. I can go for counter. So if Miltank does go for the Stomp, I'll one-shot it with counter. It'll be absolutely excellent. However, the Miltank's going to swap out there, and in comes Lee. Is it Lee? I don't know. L-I-I. I think it's Lee. So we got... Lee, the Mudstar coming in here. So I'm going to go Protect, continued protection, and you get to see what move the opponent's going to use, and it's going to go for a Fissure Mudstar. Oh, that's all I need. So go for Frost Breath there, outspeeding the Mudstar. Not that you really took too much there. It did pretty good damage. Now, the Mudstar is going to have the stamina ability too, so I need to make sure I hit this as special moves. Like, I'm glad I'm not dealing with this with my physical Jynx. Could be doing like nothing. So it's a Fissure Stomping Tantrum set. No way little Smoochum is going to be able to live another hit. So I've got one more attack there. I wish I went for counter that turn. I wish. But I had no idea. I thought it just might be a Fissure set. So I've got Frost Breath again. I was like, let's go for Frost Breath. I guess that I can always bring the special Jynx in afterwards to finish this off. It's only got a low amount of health. The Mudstar, right? This is how cheeky my opponent is. They got their stamina boost, and instead of going for the Stomping Tantrum, the Mudstar went for Fissure, and Fissure one-shotted me on 1 health. He wouldn't read about it. That's pure disrespect. So that's the end of Smooch there. I'm starting to get a little bit saltier. Now I'm going to bring in Smoocher number 2. Now this is the stored power set. So I'm like, okay, I've got max health, I've got max defense. I can get around this as long as I don't get critical hitted like the last 2 battles there. Like, that'd be like very, very mean. Oh, of course, Fissure Land. So going for Calm Minds here. I was thinking if I can get like 2 Calm Minds off, then go for the stored power. That should be enough to finish off the Mudstar, right? It's only got a bit of health left too. So Mudstar, of course, is going to go for a Fissure. I know that Stomping Tantrum might be coming away here. I know that I can probably live 1 Stomping Tantrum. It's not going to be anything miraculous, but I should be able to live, and then I'll just go for Stomping Tantrum. The stored power. So here comes Fissure again. Fissure's going to miss, thank goodness. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to test my luck anymore. Let's go for stored power and finish this off. And that is the end of the Mudstar, which is excellent. So I finally took out my very first Pokemon there. It could have been a sweep. What is this name? Lee Chai? I don't even know how to say. I'm going to say this right. Lately, people have deliberately been like putting nicknames on Pokemon because they know I'm so good at pronouncing stuff. They deliberately do it, and they laugh and listen to when I try and pronounce the names. They do it on purpose. I know this. Anyway, so we got a special Stoutland here, and it's going to go for a high voice, and it's got throat spray. So I'm like, that's fine. I'm very, very bulky now with the Calm Minds. I might be able to get a couple more up here and see if we can get a Smoochum sweep. So the rain is falling nice and heavy and fast, and I can go for some more Calm Minds here. This would be a good idea. I feel like I probably need like at least 1 more Calm Mind to take out Stoutland in 1 hit. It's got a bit of bulk to it, and I don't have any special attacking EVs either, so I'm going to need as many boosts as possible there. Sort of like Smoochum just sort of waves its little arms up and down, It looks like it's trying to fly. Like, it's like actually trying to fly. So Stoutland's going to go for another Hyper Voice here. It's doing very minimal damage. I lived on 69 health. That was a sign right there to go for an attacking move because I thought, you know what, the next Hyper Voice, I know that I'm going to get crit. So Stoutland, it's going to get dropped there, and Smoochum is coming through for me. You'll probably never ever hear anyone say that in their life. Next Pokemon is going to be Dibby? It's going to go for a double edge, and Smoochum is going to get dropped. Damn, okay. That's the end of Smoochum. So all I've got left now is the special attacking Jynx that you've seen earlier on. Now, I can't go for Nasty Plot here because Double Edge, I'd say Double Edge is going to one-shot this Jynx. It's got, like, no bulk at all, and my Smoochum got dropped pretty easy then. That was, like, bulky of ever. So we're going to go ahead and go for a Dynamax Jynx here and try and get me back into this game somehow. Now, I was thinking about that Miltank, too. I'm like, if that's got thick fat, my Ice-type moves won't do much, so I'm going to need to probably get... It'd be helpful if I get that Psychic Tray in the field, you know what I'm saying right there. So we're going to go for a Max Hailstorm there, get that Salt falling, right? So Double already took a little bit of damage there from the recall, and with Jynx's Dynamax, Max Hailstorm, that is going to be enough to take it out, which is excellent. So I've now got 3 more Pokemon to deal with, but I haven't even come across a Dynamax Pokemon yet, so I'm not sure what's going to happen. Next Pokemon is going to be oh, it's another Liepard, not another one. So it's called Mossy, I think. Yeah, Mossy, I think. So I'm going to go Max Hailstorm there, and that's dropped it in one shot, which is awesome. Man, I hate it. Speaking of moss, I hate it when you on your brickwork pavement, how you get like moss in between the cracks. That really sucks, and you got to get it out. It happens in damp areas and stuff like that. Man, the things you learn from me. So we're going to go for Max Hailstorm here on the Torchic. It's sleeted, and it's got a Focus Sash. Of course it does. I'm like, oh, here we go. Here we go. It's going to be a troll set. So there's now a Psychic Trainer on the field, which is good. That I'm getting ready for that Miltank run. Like, okay, this is good. I'll live this and go for the next one. It's popped an overheat, and Jynx got dropped in Dynamax by a freaking Torchic without Dynamax. That's it, people. I'm sick of getting absolutely roasted with this team. We're just going to forget that last battle never happened there. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll catch you tomorrow for another one. Peace out, people.